Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, tonight, because of how late it is, but whatever, I'm going to be talking about Family Quarrel. This is an episode in the House on the Prairie, Season 1. I don't remember the episode number because, just based on how many episodes are on the House on the Prairie, it's very hard to figure out how many episodes there are and what episode belongs to which number. It's weird. But this is actually one of the best episodes of the House on the Prairie. Looking back, I actually did do a video where I did top 10 Olsen moments, and Family Quarrel was on there. However, I did my top 10 Little House in the Prairie episode, which I cannot find. I know where that is, but I have to find it. I don't think Family Quarrel was on that list. I could be wrong, though. But I don't think it was. But now that I think about it, Family Quarrel is actually one of the better episodes of in the Prairie, partially because a lot of the episodes do deal with serious issues, and then some are just plain funny, like Legend of Black Jake. That one is like not really necessary. Then we get to ones like Family Quarrel, where it's about someone not a part of the Ingalls, someone that isn't in the Ingalls family, and it has to do with something very serious like divorce. We see with the Olsens where, of course, we kind of like because of the way those two always argue, but for them, arguing is a natural thing when they're not arguing in some ways when you have to worry about them. These two, they show their love to each other by squabbling. It's kind of like Grandma and Grandpa Waldens from the Waldens. They are always butting heads and clashing, but that's because that's how they show their love for one another. They still hate it when one of them is separated, and we see that throughout in Family Quarrel when Nels is talking with Charles and Harry is talking with Karen. They both say, well, because Nels does say, sure, she can be very picky at him, but she's very good with business, and she does all this stuff for me, and I love her, but and then and whereas Harriet's like, sure, I mean, I am picky, and I do get after him for a few things, but he puts up with me, and I respect that in him, because he puts up with me for everything that I've done. This is one of the better ones because it's something real. It's something you wouldn't expect. There's lots of couples where they fight all the time, and sometimes do end up getting divorced, or they fight all the time and somehow manage to stay together. It's a weird thing. That's what love is. It's weird, I guess. And this is one of the better episodes of The House on the Prairie because it shows the realness and the rawness of being human and how we can relate to one another. Yes, The House on the Prairie does deal with some very serious topics such as anti-Semitism and racism, and even some other serious topics that aren't always the best to discuss, but they also deal with very real issues such as divorce and other things that people deal with everyday life, such like divorce and fighting religious struggle and suffering, and they do a good job of it. So that's what makes the episode Family Quarrel, along with other episodes such as The High Cost of Being Right, To Live with Fear, Divorce One or Grove Style, Olsen versus Olsen, all those episodes based off of pain and suffering and divorce and things that happen in everyday life. They may not be episodes that make you happy, but they're the ones that are good because they're the ones we can relate to. And even though in those days divorce wasn't as common as it is now, we can still relate to it because we know someone who maybe had parents divorce, or maybe our parents are divorced. Mine aren't, but that doesn't mean yours aren't. I've known people whose parents are divorced. I know people whose parents are divorced. I know people who don't have the greatest parental lives, and I may not, but because of little shows like Little House on the Prairie and all the other shows I watch, I can relate to it. That's pretty much it for this video. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for the next video, which will be on Mary and Laura. Alright, see you.